Okay, thanks for joining Heavy. We're at CultFest today, speaking with Ken from CrossFaith.
Yay!
How are you, mate?
Finally come back.
Finally come back, mate. So, you are here today as part of CultFest, bro. So, what does it mean to CrossFaith to be in Australia playing a festival like this?
And yes, like it's like a great opportunity for us to be in the festival and doing the headliner show. And I always excited to be back in Australia, like one of my favorite countries to play and to visit and to see something. Yes.
Yeah. And you're here with Pale Dusk and another Japanese band. You've been doing your own headline shows, getting around Australia. So
yeah.
How have they been going? Have there been lots of people showing up?
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
Like first show was in Adelaide and yesterday was in Melbourne, and like they're a little bit different, but yes, like both show was amazing.
Yeah.
And it's for me it's still hard for any Japanese band to play outside of Asia.
Yeah.
And now we touring two Japanese band in Australia, like conquered Australia. That feels so great. Yeah, that feels so great.
So out of all the bands playing at CultFest, who are you most looking forward to seeing?
Of course, Alpha and we toured with Ocean Grove like a couple times, and I always I was excited to see them live.
I've seen you guys live twice before, as I said, in Japan at Notfest and at Ozfest. But for people in Australia that might not have seen CrossFaith before, describe your live show.
Chaos and party.
Chaos and party.
Chaos party, yeah.
Now, the two times I've seen you before, I've both been in Japan at Notfest and at Ozfest, and even though there's major international headliners there, I thought you guys were probably way up there with the best of the day. Like, how much thought and how much effort goes into your live show? Like, do you put a lot into it?
How much practice? Like actually, like recently, like we were making a record, so like we were focusing on making records. So like we didn't like go to the rehearsal studio. So like, but we always practicing during the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the third show of this tour, so.
Starting to get tight?
Yes, it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best.
Now this is a good one. Like, I've heard you guys have been described as Slipknot tearing Prodigy limb from limb. Is that, how accurate is that? It's pretty brutal, man. Like that's
the best way to explain.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So if anyone says what's CrossFaith sound like, Slipknot tearing Prodigy limb from limb. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
And your sound, it mixes metalcore and with dubstep and EDM. Like, how difficult is it to blend all of those together and make it sound good?
Dubstep is not huge like there before. You know what I mean? Then like we always like pick up the different genre. Like we always blending EDM and hip hop and I mean like trap and this time put the jazzy club beat under our new song Zero, and also like our main songwriter Teru loves like techno music, so like it's always enjoying to mix it up. So like I know it's hard, but at the same time like it's very interesting branding, and people always, so like I'm always like asking the people to like, how do you like metal music, and do you like, how about techno music, and then like people which is awesome.
It is. And you mentioned your new song Zero that came out recently, so how has it been received? Are people getting into it?
It's been great. It's been great. On the lyrics, like we are coming back from hell, and you know what I mean, like on the hiatus, I talk about the hiatus, and that was totally the boredom, you know what I mean, like for us, like super silly, and it was a hard time though, but yes, like finally we released our new song. That's the most amazing thing for us, like in 2 years. So yeah, can't wait to release our another new song.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
going to ask you about next. So Zero is part of an album cycle?
Yes.
Yeah? So what can you tell us about the album?
100% pure CROSSFAITH.
Yeah.
And heavy part is getting more heavier, and danceable part is more danceable. So
Nice.
you guys can expect like chaos party.
Nice. And when will that be out this year?
Yes.
Yeah, and what's it going to be called? Have you got can you tell us that?
Sorry?
What's the name of it? What's it going to, the album?
I can't say it.
You can't
I
say?
it right now, but it's three character.
So how is it different musically from your last album, Ex Machina? Like how's the band moved on?
Like Ex Machina was a like concept album. Like there was like strong concept, but like sometimes like concept is, how do I say, like chained us. You know what I mean? Like, but this time like we feel free to creating music as we want. You know what I mean? Like like this album will be more energetic, and there's no particular concept, so you guys can get more, how do I say it, it's gonna be more edgy.
You're more edgy.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Edgy is good.
Always.
Now, you've also announced a new guitarist, and I hope I pronounce this right,
Daiki.
Daiki Quater?
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us a bit about him. What does he bring to CrossFaith sound?
We go way back from him, with him, and like first time I met him was back in like 2009. So like 2009, and which means like 15 years, and we know him like very well, and his play style is a little bit different with our original guitarist Kazuki, and he loves like AC/DC
Nice.
and like classic metal and classic hard rock music. So like you guys can feel like what I'm talking about. Like his playing style is like more like classic rock guitar hero.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think like he knows like everything about metal music. So like he brought us to more, how do I say it, like more, how do I explain? It's like he brought another tips like to the CrossFaith.
Elements, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So if you finish up in Australia, you've got 2 more shows left, I think.
Yeah.
What's next for CrossFaith after that? What have you got planned next?
Right after this tour, like we go back to Japan, then like we still need to do something about the finished album, and we will do our own headline tour in Japan after this, around like June and August, around there.
Nice.
So then like we will plan to have our own festival next year. Next February,
Japan. Nice.
Next February, and our like big guest headline show as well, like 2 days in a row. So like we need to focus on that.
Yeah.
So like probably we cannot come back to Australia this year, but next year we will come back.
You'll come back?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be in Japan in June and July. So if you're doing your shows in Japan, I'll look you up and I'll come along.
Definitely.
Beautiful. Well, thanks very much for your time, Ken. Always
Thanks
a
so
pleasure.
much.
Have enjoyed the rest of your show. Good job.